Today we are going to perform practical number 9, operate DC shunt motor using 3-point starter. So the question is why we use starter or what is the purpose of using starter. So the DC motor draws very high current during starting which may burn armature winding. So to protect DC shunt motor from damages due to heavy starting current, we can use 3-point starter to start the DC shunt motor. Basically, the 3-point starter connects the resistance in series with the circuit, which reduces the high starting current and hence protect the machine from damage. First, we will see the DC shunt motor. Second, why need of starter, and third, working of 3-point starter, and then the purpose of NVC and OLR. Let us see what is DC shunt motor. In DC shunt motor, this is the field winding and this is the armature winding are connected parallel to each other. This is the network equation for a DC shunt motor. They are made shown in a DC shunt motor. Has some resistance Ra since the armature winding is nothing but a coil. The coil has the property of opposing sudden change in current. So the opposing EMF is given by Eb, which opposes the supply voltage. So the equation goes like this. The supply voltage V equal the drop across the resistance Ra, which is given by the current through the resistance Ia into Ra plus the back EMF. So the V equals Eb plus Ia Ra. Why we go for starter with DC shunt motor? At the time of starting, the back EMF magnitude will be 0. Due to this, the expression becomes V equal IaRa. If we try to find the armature current, that is Ia is equal to V upon Ra, and substitute some value in this equation, so the supply voltage will be 230 and the armature resistance is 2 less, that is 0.3 ohm. So this gives you armature current of 766 ampere. So if you start a DC shunt motor without any starter, the fuse will blow due to this high starting current. So we need starter to limit this high starting current and also to prevent motor from under voltage, no load voltage and overload. 3-point starter having 3 terminals, line, field and armature. The line terminal is connected to the line of a DC supply voltage. The field terminal is connected to the field winding and the armature terminal is connected to the armature winding. Now see the working of 3-point starter. Since the 3-point starter is used to limit the high starting current that flows through the armature, a series of resistance must be used to limit this high starting current. Initially, the handle is in off position and the current through the armature flow like this. Okay. So at initial stage, a series of resistance is connected to the armature which reduces the high starting current. But once if the motor runs, back EMF will be generated and we no longer need this high resistance. So we move this handle across this. When we do this, we are trying to cut off the resistances one by one. Once the handle come to the run position, there will be no resistance connected to the circuit. Now discuss about the purpose of using the no-hold coil and the overload release. The no-hold coil and overload release are basically an electromagnet. Initially, the current flows through the field winding like this. It flows through the no-hold coil, and due to this, the no-hold coil get energized, so it acts as an electromagnet. Once, if the handle is moved from off to the run position, this electromagnet will help to hold the handle against the force provided by the spring. Okay, so the purpose of no hold coil is to hold the handle against the force of the spring, and another purpose of using the no hold coil is to prevent the motor from high starting current after a power interruption. When a power interruption occurs, this electromagnet can no longer hold this handle, and the handle will automatically go to the off position due to the force provided by the spring. Let us discuss about the purpose of overload release. So this overload release is also as an electromagnet. Initially, the current flowing through this overload release is not sufficient to attract the lever towards it. But once if an overload occurs, it will draw the mover current, and due to this electromagnet will gain enough force to attract this lever towards it. Once, if it attracts the lever, this triangular iron piece will just short these 2 points. And after shorting these 2 points, this coil get immediately de-energized. Due to this, the handle will automatically come to the off position, thereby preventing the over voltage. This is the DC shunt motor having 4 terminal, that is A and AA means armature winding terminal, and Z and ZZ means field winding terminal. As per seen in circuit diagram, we connect AA and ZZ terminal to each other with this Z, and A terminal is connected to field and armature winding terminal with this blue and red wire respectively. Okay, see, we can connect this common point of AA and ZZ terminal, which is shown by black wire, to negative terminal of DC supply. Okay, then we connect armature terminal of DC shunt motor, which is shown by red wire, to the A terminal of the starter. Then we connect field terminal of DC shunt motor, which is shown by blue wire, to the Z terminal of the starter. Okay, see, there are 3 terminals of starter, that is L, A and F, means line, armature and field. So the A terminal is connected and F terminal is also connected. So the L terminal is connected to the positive terminal of DC supply. There is an internally connected. Okay. See, this is the no hold coil which hold the handle. These are the studs, and handle can move over it like this, off position to run position. This is the overload coil. If it attracts the lever, this triangular iron piece will just short these 2 points, and after shorting this coil get immediately de-energized. Due to this, the handle then we see practically how DC shunt motor can operate using this 3-point starter. See, first switch on the supply. See the voltage shown on voltmeter. Then we can move this handle like this. See, the no volt coil can hold this handle. Then see, the motor is in running condition. After starting this motor, this ammeter can show the current, and this voltmeter can also show the voltage. Okay, then we can switch off the supply, and see the handle will automatically come to the off position.